Hey everybody, welcome to the SkyLounge. This is Peruse, episode number 57, and we are driving from the east part of town a little later in the day. Long story short, boys and girls, had a meetup planned, but that got canceled last minute. But hey, it happens. Life happens. Speaking of life happening, I was actually at McMullen's Irish Pub yesterday, purveyor of the finest Guinness. What are you doing, you old bitch? Fucking stop in the middle of the fucking road, you fucking idiot. Anyways, Arsenal goes to a European Cup final, gets embarrassed 4-1, and we lose. You know, during the match, I was irritated, I was pissed off, and then, by the end, I was like, you know what? Pathetic. It happens. It happened. Can't do anything about it. Congratulations to Chelsea. I said this in yesterday's review. And commiseration for Arsenal, because you fuckers don't deserve anything, to be honest. Yeah, and so you had that whole ordeal going on, and the whole thing is, I still love soccer. I still love it. Arsenal is just like that added flavor of enjoying, the world of football even more. But Arsenal is always the source of my misery. Every single one of my sports misery has been, initiated really from my fandom and love of Arsenal, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. Other sports I started watching really because my love for Arsenal just made me appreciate sports that much more. So we talked about this yesterday. I'm still going to support my team. It's a bummer, but the big challenge, the big thing that the football gods have to give to us now is Tottenham not winning the Champions League. I swear to God. Listen, I'm only going to talk about this once, because it's not Saturday yet. I don't have to fucking stress about it. Tottenham versus Liverpool, to me, feels like a bigger thing than the Europa League final loss. All right, the loss is whatever. If Tottenham wins on top of this, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do with football. I might not even watch next season. I might not show up to the pubs for a long, long time, because I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say at this point. If that is the case, if that happens, oh boy, I don't even want to think about it, dude. Like that is the worst case scenario possible. It really is. And as a sports fan, you gotta embrace failure, but that failure is just something I would legit just stop watching the sport for. Okay, that's how much I fucking hate Tottenham. You people have to understand. Like my hatred for Tottenham runs deep, and oh man, I want nothing good for them. And I'm just hoping Saturday the football gods come through, Liverpool comes through, and good shit will happen for Liverpool. Come on, you Redmen. Let's get this shit. All the other Arsenal supporters are behind you. Trust me when I say that. Every Arsenal supporter is behind you right now. But the world of football is only going to get better from here on out. I apologize about that, boys and girls. I'm trying to adjust my camera here, but it should only get better, mainly because there's going to be more tournaments. The Copa America is going to be taking place in the beginning of June. That's going to be all the Latin American countries facing off against each other in an international tournament. Should be bombastic, should be a great time, to be honest. And yeah, let me tell you what, man, I'm really looking forward to that competition. Women's World Cup 2019, that's going to be fucking awesome. I would love to see the USA win it again, through sheer dominance, ladies, right? Because fucking, I'm telling you, man, like, people might berate women's sports and all this shit, and yeah, they don't garner the same amount of audience, don't have the same amount of sponsorship, even revenue. It's not the same. However, the sport is still there, right? The fundamentals, the discipline, it's all there. I mean, if you watch women's basketball, the one great thing about women's basketball is the fundamentals, man. The fucking shots. Some of those jump shots are so fucking clean. Like, Sue Bird is a perfect example of somebody I fell in love with watching the WNBA finals last year. I believe it was last year. Sue Bird of the Seattle Storm, absolute monster. She is an absolute monster. Just fucking threes for days, man. Like NBA players. Some NBA players wish they could shoot threes that well. That's what I'm fucking saying. But my whole point being, there's a lot of great stuff happening during the summer, when the regular season stuff for generally any sport, really. Soccer, basketball, hockey, football, all that shit during the off season. We still got international competition, so that's something to look forward to. You still got baseball action going on. A lot of great baseball action going on. My Dodgers are killing it. I'm not gonna lie, boys and girls. I'm not a baseball aficionado, but every time I keep getting updates about the Dodgers, it's okay, possible injuries, but simultaneously just how well we're doing. That National League is a joke right now. The Dodgers have that fucking league gripped by the balls, like fucking this. And Cody Bellinger is in the middle of all the great things that's happening. I mean, the guy is the second Dodger all time to have 20 plus home runs in a season start of 55 games. Absolutely incredible work from Cody Bellinger there. And it's just incredible how the Dodgers have really taken stride year 3 after, back-to-back World Series losses. They are really just looking as though they want to go back. And I love it. I love the fact that the Dodgers do want to go back. They do have that thirst and hunger to end it. To fucking end it, man. 31 years. It's been 31 fucking years. It's been 3 fucking decades. Let's win a World Series, goddammit. I'm ready, boys and girls. I am fucking ready. And again, I'm not a baseball nerd. A lot of my buddies are. And I got a good buddy of mine. He's a huge Dodgers fan, and he was heartbroken back-to-back years. But for guys like him, guys like me, fans, man, I want that win. I want us to feel that win, right? And as much as I complain about getting dick punched as a sports fan, there's one team that really has been fucked for nearly half a century by the sports gods, and it's the St. Louis Blues. All right, the hockey gods have not been kind to the St. Louis Blues, but guess what, boys and girls? Last night, Game 2, Boston Bruins versus St. Louis Blues in Boston, TD Garden. The St. Louis Blues comes out in overtime, a 3-2 win. A very, very rough win, but they got it anyways. Now, Jordan Binnington wasn't all that hot yesterday, I admit. I love me some Jordan Binnington, kids. You know I do. I cheer for that guy all day long, but he didn't look all that solid yesterday. He let in a couple of soft goals. Those 2 goals that they did allow, pretty soft goals. Now, Boston played physical. Boston has been fantastic. They have just been all over the place. But guess what? I believe it was Edmondson or something son. I apologize, Gunnarsson or one of the sons in St. Louis scores his first playoff goal to have the St. Louis Blues win it in overtime, which makes that win the first ever win for the St. Louis Blues in a Stanley Cup final. Congratulations, Blues. First win in franchise history in a Stanley Cup final. That's right, kids. They went to 3 straight Stanley Cup finals in the 60s, and I believe in 1970, all swept. I think the Bruins and then the Canadiens twice. So, good on them. Really happy they got the win, and they tied the series. Now they're going back home to St. Louis. I'm telling you, man, Bruins are great. They look so good. They have been looking good all throughout. That roster has been spectacular. But let me tell you what, something about the St. Louis team speaks different to me. There is an energy about this team. There is a swagger about this team that just, I can't pinpoint it at, but it just works. Like, something about this team just works, and I'm happy. I'm happy that they're working right now. St. Louis deserves something good. 49 fucking years since the last Cup, finals. Never won a game in a series in a final. Just, oh boy. I mean, think of the emotional reprieve some of those people felt. I mean, if you've been cheering that St. Louis team for 50 plus years, and you're in your 60s or 70s right now, you are feeling some level of jubilation and elation that no one can really explain. And I'm happy for you folks. I really am. And I hope St. Louis can get the job done. I really hope St. Louis can get the job done in this epic series, and I'm so glad. I actually speculated that this was going to be a great series, just a really hard-fought, hell of a series, and I'm glad I wasn't wrong. Glad I wasn't wrong. This has been a spectacular series so far. Only 2 games in, but boy, oh boy. You know, if that level of excitement is what we get for the first 2 games, I can't wait to see what we're going to get next. I mean, obviously, those 2 games in St. Louis, they're going to be huge. You know, St. Louis can really take the opportunity, you know, back-to-back games at home. They could do it. They could absolutely do it. They could grip it by the balls and just fucking go at it. You know, make the run. And I hope they do. I hope they win it. I hope they win it because, again, I don't hate Boston kids. I'm not one of those fucking assholes who's gonna, you know, hate Boston because the city's successful. It's like, no, like if that's what you are, go fuck yourself. Like, no, I'm not gonna be mad at you because you're successful. Go get fucked. Like, no. Got a lot of key players, solid players there. But yesterday it just went to show that St. Louis just had everything going. I mean, not everything, but they took their opportunity. They capitalized on it, and they got the W. That's all that matters. That is absolutely all that matters in the Stanley Cup Final. I mean, it's everything or nothing, right? That's it. It is everything or nothing. That's essentially what happens in a cup final. I mean, no shit, but yeah, it is exciting. It is exciting to see just more Stanley Cup Final action that's going to be happening on Saturday. They are actually skipping a day. Would have been a Friday, but I would imagine, you know, airing on Sunday would have been a logistical issue, possibly. So that's why I'm imagining they pushed the date back to Saturday instead of Friday. So there you have it, folks. Some Stanley Cup playoff action. And kids, for those of you who don't know, and I have to keep checking my phone just in case some news pops up. Tonight, it's the NBA Finals. That's right. The NBA Finals. The Golden State Warriors versus the Toronto Raptors. Tonight! On whatever fucking channel Disney owns. And let me be quite frank. I'm not optimistic. I'm really not. I'm really hoping Toronto get their shit together. I'm really hoping Kawhi just comes out of nowhere. You know, just fucking posterizes Draymond. I'll even see you. Come on, Kawhi. Please! We need you. We do. And when I say we, I mean all of Canada. The entire country of Canada. And most of the United States. Except that little smart part of Northern California. Trash. Trash. Doesn't matter. Okay. Raptors, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. As an NBA fan who wants to see the NBA great again. Make the NBA great again, Raptors. And you know what you gotta do? You gotta win. You gotta win. You know what? You know what would be great? Sweep him. Just sweep him. Why the hell not? Right? I would laugh my ass off if the Warriors got swept. I swear to God, I would lose my mind. I don't know. I don't know what else I would do. I freak the fuck out. Like, oh my God. And the funny thing is, I might actually put a fucking prop or future bet, whatever the fuck that is. Betting odds, depending on what the outcome is, because I believe the last time I checked, those 18-1 for the Raptors to sweep the Warriors. So might have to check that out, kids. Might have to check that out. And honestly, I think, yeah, I might might just head to the casino right now. Yeah, I just got reminded in my head, like, maybe I should just go to the casino and just put a small little wager on there. But maybe not. Maybe a little later. Maybe if I do go later. No, I'm just debating in my head, kids. Because the reality is, like, the Toronto Raptors have a huge mountain to climb. They have a very huge mountain to climb. And, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for them. Because let's be honest, boys and girls. Even without KD. Okay? Even without KD. You know what the Warriors are? They're fucking great. That team is actually fucking great. Without KD. Okay? Like, the fact that you got Steph and Clay, man, anybody would be lucky to have that duo. Anybody. Any team. Anybody. And Draymond, as much of a pestilence as he is, oh man. Dude is a workhorse. He is the difference maker. The subtle but clear difference maker is Draymond Green. Right? And it's unfortunate because they don't got Iggy. Iggy's a huge deal. But as good as KD is, as amazing as KD is, I don't fucking downplay his talent one moment. There is something about this Warriors team without KD that just makes them look better. I don't know what it is. It just makes them look better. The pacing, the passing, the shooting, the presence on the court, it just looks better. I don't know. You got all that shit going on, And the Warriors, the Warriors are the Warriors. They're going to do their thing. They're just going to try to do what they can. But I don't know. There's something about... I got a weird feeling in my stomach. And it's not just a hunger. It's not just a hunger. It might be the fact that maybe the Warriors are looking a little bit vulnerable this time around. Right? I know I just said KD. Without KD, they look better. But maybe the Raptors have a way about this. Maybe the Raptors can figure something out we can't. Other NBA fans and players can. And I don't know, kids. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Because it is tonight. It is going to be interesting how that turns out. And yeah, man, I'm totally on board with whatever happens, right? I mean, although you want things to turn out different, you want the Warriors to lose, it's just not going to happen, right? At least we hope. I don't know. There's a lot of I don't knows right now, kids. Lots of I don't knows. But hopefully the Raptors can take care of business. Hopefully they can take care of business, and maybe we'll see a Canadian team finally lift an NBA trophy. Maybe. Perhaps the Six can enjoy the happiness of a fucking title that isn't shallow like the fucking Blue Jays. You fucking cocksuckers. Oh, we won a World Series. Blow it up! Okay, alright, sure. I don't know why, but sure. Why not? Why not? Okay. I don't know, man. Like certain cities that when their sports franchises are failing, I immediately look at ownership and the administration, the executives, and like, what have you done? What have you actually done for this team, or what have you done to this team? And most of the time, you just find out that it's just a lot of egos, a lot of impatience just kicking in, and that destroys organizational flow, function, and everything else. And shit, it happens all the fucking time, right? You see it everywhere. And, especially, it's so evident in sports because there are immediate palpable results that you have to, match up. They're basically quotas, right? They're basically quotas for how you run that business, sports business. And honestly, yeah, I don't like it when teams don't do their jobs, right? And that's why I berate Arizona sports teams. I do. I berate Arizona sports teams because, oh God, just terrible ownership, awful location, That fucking state is a joke. Sorry, not sorry, kids. I don't like Arizona. I never hide that fact. I really don't. I'm very blunt about that shit, as a matter of fact. So, don't really care, kids. Don't really care about your feelings. I am an asshole. That's what we do. Yeah. You know, if there was ever a more appropriate time to use the word cunt, this is it. Yeah. But, kids, we're home. We were debating if we're going to go to the casino, but figured we'll go a little later. I gotta get the recording in, gotta get the upload in, kids, and not fuck up the car. This nasty, dirty-ass looking car right now. But, kids, that about does it for me today. Follow me at the SCY Lounge on all links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents.